moved the frame, and he would have had to do this on the 9th, the day before. And what would have happened thereafter is that Erika simply didn't realize it. That's me, within the confines of, I truly feel as if every piece of my life prepared me to date him and eventually, obviously, marry him. But Candace Owens has just accused Erika Kirk of secretly getting engaged to her own ex-boyfriend, and according to Candace, the ring wasn't even bought with Erika's personal money. It was allegedly paid for using Turning Point USA funds. Now, if this turns out to be true, it completely destroys the image Erika has been presenting ever since Charlie's death, because publicly she's been playing the role of the grieving widow. But Candace is now suggesting that behind the scenes, Erika may have already moved on, not just with anyone, but with her ex-boyfriend, J.T. Massey. And this is where things start to feel uncomfortable. People recently resurfaced that old Amazing Race audition tape Erika filmed with JT years ago, the one where she was laughing with him, flirting, and joking around. At the time, people thought it was just an old clip, something from before her marriage. But now, with Candace claiming Erika may secretly be engaged to that same man again, it doesn't feel random anymore. Because ever since Charlie died, it's like more and more things about Erika just keep coming out. And the biggest problem is that some of these things directly contradict what she told people before. For example, Erika had said that she never dated anyone before Charlie, that he was basically her first real relationship. But people quickly found out that wasn't true. There's actually a list of exes connected to Erika from the 5 years before she ever met Charlie. The math isn't adding up. One of the names that came up was conservative media figure Kat Phillips. Then people also resurfaced her appearance on Bravo's Summer House back in 2018, where she was introduced as a potential love interest for cast member Jordan Veroy. It's tough to be a believer in this city. I think you're a bright light in a very dark place, so let's go grab a mojito. Yeah, we'll go grab a drink. And then there's Tyler Massey, the same Tyler Massey that Candace is now accusing Erika of secretly being engaged to. So looking back at everything, people aren't even surprised by the engagement rumors, especially after seeing how Erika acted with Massey in that Amazing Race audition tape. Laughing, flirting, completely different from the quiet, traditional image she later showed the world. We need what? We're living the single life. Okay. That clip makes people wonder if that version of Erika never really left. Because ever since Charlie died, Erika has had access to serious money, not just from Charlie's royalties or the book he had allegedly already written before he died, but from the organization itself. And this is where things start raising eyebrows. There were reports that Charlie wanted tpusa's financials audited before he died. At the time, nobody thought much of it. But now, with Candace claiming Erika may have used tpusa funds to buy her own engagement ring, people are starting to wonder why Charlie wanted that audit in the first place. Okay, y'all, let's not forget, 8 days before CK's passing, he sent out a memo asking for a Doge-style audit. Maybe he suspected something. Maybe he noticed things didn't add up. Who knows? But at this point, nothing about Erika really shocks people anymore. This is the same person who has faced accusation after accusation, from alleged inappropriate relationships to people questioning her behavior to backlash for promoting merchandise during Charlie's memorial instead of it being purely a moment of grief. And when you put all of that together, people are starting to question whether the image Erika showed publicly was ever the full story. Because ever since Charlie died, people haven't just been looking at what Erika is doing now, they've been going back and re-examining everything, every detail, every small change, every moment that didn't seem like a big deal at the time, but now suddenly feels different. And one of the first things people noticed was something oddly specific, the missing wedding photo. Viewers who watched the Charlie Kirk show for years started pointing out that a framed wedding photo that used to sit on the bookshelf behind him was suddenly gone after Erika took over hosting. It wasn't moved somewhere else, it wasn't replaced, it was just gone. And people immediately asked why, because that photo had always been part of the set. It was visible, it was intentional, and now, after Charlie's death, it disappeared. Some people believe that wasn't random. They think it was deliberate. What do you notice that's different between this photo of Charlie Kirk at his desk and this photo of Erika Kirk at Charlie's desk? The wedding photo. The wedding photo is removed. Do you guys think that's odd? Then there's the wedding ring rumor. Candace Owens made another claim that raised a lot of eyebrows. She said Charlie had allegedly taken off his wedding ring the night before he passed, and that the two of them had been going through pastoral counseling for their marriage. She concludes that portion by telling us that Charlie took off his wedding ring during that same night, which is why he, of course, then had to put it back on. None of that was officially confirmed, but once Candace said it, people started connecting it to everything else that had already been surfacing, because removing your wedding ring isn't something people just do for no reason, especially not someone whose entire public image was built around family values and marriage. And then came the will controversy. This one spread fast. There were viral claims online, especially on TikTok, saying Charlie Kirk had allegedly removed Erika from his will before his death. Some posts even claimed it happened after he discovered something he didn't like, possibly an affair, possibly something else. So Charlie Kirk wrote Erika Kirk out of his will because he found out she was having an affair. Again, none of it was officially verified, but the fact that so many people believed it says a lot about how much trust had already started breaking down, because people don't just accept those kinds of rumors unless something already feels off. Then people started watching Erika herself more closely, the way she carried herself publicly after Charlie's death. Some observers on Reddit and X said she didn't seem like someone who was grieving deeply. They described her as unusually upbeat, almost like she had already emotionally moved on. Some even called it performative, like she was playing a role instead of actually feeling it. Oh, the thumbs up. Look how cute that is. Sorry, this is a little more informal than Charlie probably would have been. How sweet. I didn't know they could do that. I hate Zoom. Now, everyone grieves differently. There's no single way someone is supposed to act. But in Erika's case, people were already suspicious. So every smile, every appearance, every moment she looked calm instead of broken, it just added fuel to the speculation. And when you combine that with the missing wedding photo, the ring rumors, the will speculation, and now Candace claiming Erika may secretly be engaged to her ex-boyfriend, people aren't just asking questions anymore. They're starting to wonder how much of the truth was hidden all along. Which brings us to her marriage to Charlie itself, because now people are going back to the very beginning, how they met, how fast everything moved, and whether their relationship was really what it appeared to be, or something else entirely. According to Charlie, he knew she was the one almost immediately. He talked about their first date being long, deep, and centered on theology and politics. He made it sound like an instant connection, like everything just clicked from day one. Without hesitation, like zero hesitation, he goes, "I have enough friends in my life, so either we're going to date or we're not." And not long after that, in December 2020, he proposed. Erika even posted photos of the engagement, calling it God writing my love story. At the time, it looked perfect, clean, almost too perfect. But now looking back, people are questioning how natural it really was, because there were already deeper connections tying their worlds together. As many of you know, Erika Kirk was Miss Arizona. She already had media presence. She already understood image. And Charlie's family had their own powerful ties, too. His father was reportedly involved in construction connected to Trump Tower in New York. This is the man who was the architect and project manager behind the construction of Trump Tower in New York City in 1979, Robert Willard Kirk, a very successful architect in his day. So when people look at those connections and then look at how Erika and Charlie suddenly became this picture-perfect conservative couple, some believe it wasn't just random. They believe their relationship may have served a bigger purpose, a partnership that fit perfectly into the MAGA world. The strong conservative leader, the beautiful, polished wife, the ideal family narrative. Even now, Erika constantly talks about motherhood, family, and values. But people have started asking, when is she actually with her kids? Because ever since Charlie's death, she's been everywhere. And it makes people wonder if the marriage itself was ever built on real emotional ground, or if it was always part of something much bigger. Because if Candace is right about the secret engagement, then this may have been planned long before anyone realized, and the real timeline of Charlie and Erika's relationship might not be what people were ever shown.